Testing, 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 testing. Hello. Hello. Ah. Ah.
I'm the analyst with him at Easter.
I got you. Well,
Here, I'll pull another chair. I'll sit on the other side of the room.
hold up that chair. So we're gonna have one person right here.
Right here?
Yeah.
And then Greg's here, right?
Yeah. So.
I knew he'd be here. I recognize all the screws.
Yeah, me too.
He loves that research.
Yes, sir. All right, Brandon. Sounds awesome. All right, Brandon, it's simple. So, before you go to commercial, which this thing right here is the Todd Builders commercial. You click it, it will immediately go to the commercial. Before you click that, go to Scene Transitions and click Todd, and then click it. Once the commercial goes, immediately switch it back to Berea, and then hit Scene. Scene is this thing right here. Next. And then
tell me when to do it?
just when he says, he'll say, this commercial break is brought to you, like media timeouts, but like brought to you by Todd Builders, you know, and that's when we play it, you know. And when he tells you to mute his line, it's this one right here. That's his broadcast audio.
I just hit the mute.
Yeah, you just hit the Simple enough.
Yeah.
I'll start with 2 weeks and specs. Over 3 teams, 5 guys. Dale's team was 3 and 2. They played 2 of the 5 and 1 teams to be broken. So now they're, because of tiebreaker, they're undisputed second. 19 I would have liked to have gone to yesterday's game, but it's conflicted with Dale. I would have liked to see the second game.
Bellarmine next Saturday. A week from Saturday. 2 weeks from yesterday, Bellarmine. We'd like to get them twice, put him in his place. So I'd like to get them twice, put him in his place.
I've been watching football, man. There's a head of Buffalo watching.
Nice to get rid of
I handed it over like 3 times. I'm just watching it. You watching? Are you watching? Tonight? Yeah, late. I had to go to the preparation.
Okay.
I was
Listen, man. If you want. You don't have to. You probably learned enough from me.
oh, I didn't do nothing good.
I got trivia for you. Name the most famous alum that I know from Piedmont. Sorry? Name the most famous alum from Piedmont that I know of.
I don't know anybody.
Sports figure. Athletic facility named after baseball. Hall of Fame. George. Oh. First name Johnny. First name Johnny.
Johnny Vandelier.
Nope. Nickname Big Cat. Baseball Hall of Fame. Johnny Big Cat pitcher. Right? I don't even write that down. 1930s. Johnny Big Cat Myers.
You know, I was going to
little school. It's up on the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains in northeast Georgia. Hey, they're 2 years away. Not next year, the year after. My girls do archery, them, and Aspen together. 2 girls play archery. And then Centers knows it, but I doubt that.
I don't see why center would leave.
Well, they want to be with all those other private, kind of richy, good academic schools.
Yeah, that's why I don't think they'd leave. Yeah.
We go by when we go to UCA, you know, that other campus is right there next to it. It's a nice campus.
Yeah, Hendrix is always considered the best school in archery. Then you got center. You got Bill Sampson. Rhodes is in it.
Somebody just got out.
Oglethorpe. Berry. You ever been to Berry? Largest college campus in America. It's bigger than Swamp's. And then you got Swamp's.
I got to go on here, but my cousin who's the vet in Atlanta, his house is real close to Oglethorpe. So I went up to Oglethorpe on the edge of campus. That's where the marathon turnaround was. The 96 Olympics. Real close there on the road. So I never went on the campus yet.
It's a nice campus.
Yeah.
They play baseball on the old football stadium.
Like Lehigh, when you beat Lehigh at Bacon,
Yeah.
the 80 playoffs to an old football baseball field. We ready to go here? We should all have buzzer.
Yes, sir.
We welcome you to Berea College basketball from the Seabury Center as Berea College, coming off a win last night, brings the 10-7 record into this one, 2-2 in the CCS, and they'll take on the Piedmont Lions. Piedmont University had a win last night on the road over Maryville to go 2-1 in the conference. They're 8-7 overall. Play a lot better at home, like most schools do. 4-0, 3-4 away from home, 1-3 in neutral site games. Berea actually has a better record away from home than home. They're 4-5 on their home court. Here is the Collegiate Conference of the South standings as we go into play today on this back-to-back weekend of action through the 7-team league. Belhaven, who defeated Berea in double overtime on this court, 4-1, 8-6 overall. LaGrange is 2-1, 10-6 overall, tied with Piedmont, who, as we said, is 8-7. Berea next in a two-way tie with Maryville at 2-2, Covenant at 0-2, and Huntington at 0-3. That's who Berea knocked off last night. The wins for Berea over Huntington, 81-72, and Covenant 74-71 after losing to LaGrange, 82-75, and the aforementioned double overtime 2-point loss to Belhaven. Meanwhile, a win over Belhaven, or a loss to Belhaven, 69-68 as well. Huntington an 81-52 win over them, and then the win over Maryville, 76-71 the other day. This is a very veteran team for the Lions of Piedmont. In their top 9, they have 3 graduate students, 4 seniors, and 2 juniors, coached by Greg Neely. Meanwhile, Austin Newton in year 1 with Berea comes in with a couple of veterans that lead the way, and they are number 1 and number 4 in scoring in the CCS in Trey Miller at 22.6 a game, 10th best in all of NCAA Division III, and Isaac Cottle, the leading rebounder and second scorer, leading rebounder in the CCS and the number 4 scorer. But then there are a lot of younger players on his team as well, and the only player they'll lose in that starting 5 to graduation will be Isaac Cottle. Let's meet the starting lineups now. First of all, for Piedmont, at one guard will be Will Richter, averaging 7.8 points a game. Andrew Stimson will be one of the other guards. They list all 5 of their players as guards. Stimson averages 5.3. Ori Clements Owens is a 6-foot senior guard, averaging 7 points a game. Devin Dean, who had an 18-point average last year at Bob Jones University, transfers in as a junior, and he averages 7.7 points a game. And the leading scorer on this team at 14.7 points a game, 7th in the CCS, checks in Ryan Jolly. So all guards, Richter Stimson, Clements Owens, along with Dean and Jolly. For Berea College today, they will go this way. We've already mentioned the two stars, the two leading scorers, in Trey Minner and Isaac Cottle. Also slotting in, getting his second start of the year in his 18th game, is Bryce Riley, the freshman from Bardstown, averaging 5.5 points a game. And then Austin Newton will go back to his normal starters out there at guard as well. And Jarrell Montgomery, second leading rebounder at 4.7, third in scoring at 8.5. Montgomery is from Bardstown, like his starting teammate Bryce Riley today, the freshman. And the other guard is Marquez Mackey out of Lexington. Henry Clay averaging 7.1, upping his average through 4 games in the CCS to 9.8, and actually has the best shooting percentage so far this year inside conference play. Stripes and whistles are Ramonde Dishman, John Boylan Jr., and Peter Ha today. Berea in the home white. They will work away from their bench, guided by first-year head coach Austin Newton to the left. In the dark green with white trimming are the Lions of Piedmont, and away from their bench and veteran head coach Greg Neely. Berea will play defense first. Montgomery on the point guard, their leading scorer Jolly. Again, they have 5 guards in their lineup. Berea went for the trap, didn't get it. Off to Dean. Left side, 3 for the lead. And opening with a 3 is a 30% shooter in Ori Clements Owens out of Marietta, Georgia. Coming off that win down in Tennessee on the edge of the Smoky Mountains last night over Maryville. And Piedmont opens with the 3. Piedmont shoots 32.5% from 3. This is a 2-1-2 zone they'll use, and they block Minner's attempt out high. Minner takes more shots than any player in Division III out of 415 teams. Multiply that, that's a lot of guys he takes more shots than. They got the ball the other way, blocked by Montgomery on the attempt by Jolly, but they whip it back. Dean, corner, found a teammate. Shot will not fall for Richter. And we're coming the other way. And in transition, Montgomery tried to flip it back. 2 turnovers, Berea right out of the gate, but then a turnover in transition by Clements Owens. Here's Minner, leading scorer on the team. First in the CCS, or the CSS, I should say. And 10th in the nation. Montgomery, Minner, strides into a deep 3 and missed it. Minner, not a great three-point shooter. He makes 8 shots a game, but only 1.7 of those on threes, shooting at 25% on threes this year. Double team, found Jolly, lets it rip for a 6-0 lead. Couldn't get it to go. Another rebound by Montgomery. Montgomery bounces it corner to Mackey. Mackey dropped it, and Berea opening with 3 turnovers. They have had trouble holding on to the basketball early. So 3 turnovers and 3 trips. Nice extra share as they drove, got a corner. Back up Dean, he'll drive, and got to charge. Official called it. Almost Dean slipping around the waiting defender. But Peter Haas says it's a charge. And the first turnover on Piedmont, who's out to a 5-0 lead, making it a 3-0 lead. Scoreboard says 5-0. I think it's only 3-0. And so Berea across the timeline. Mackey at the hash, far side. Minner in the center circle here at Roland Weir Willie Court, named after the NAIA Hall of Famer. Great coach, took him to the Division I NAIA tournament one year in the early 80s. Minner to the baseline, floating fire from 8, and it won't go. Berea opening cold, 0 for 3 and 3 turnovers. Little crossover drive at a bank at a 5-0 lead as Jolly, their leading scorer on the year, 7th in the conference, gives them the 5-0 lead. Berea trying to get it going offensively. Montgomery dribbles into trouble, lost it. Finds inside his teammate. Missed shot by Riley. Got it back, pump fake, and at 17:04 of half one, Berea gets on the board, down 5-2. Again, Riley and Montgomery both played at Bardstown for Boo Brewer. Into the corner left side, Jolly, but another charge. And that one taken by Riley. Berea pull takers near the arc, near the cup. That time it was called on Ori Clements Owens, 6-foot senior guard, three-time USA South All-Academic team. Of course, the new conference here, the Collegiate Conference of the South, split off from what was a much larger conference, and they've all come over to this new conference, USA South, the old conference. Here's Riley. He steps into the three and graces the rim. It'll go out of bounds, team rebound. And the dark green and white of Piedmont will come the other way. Piedmont, a liberal arts school down in the foothills of North Georgia, the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains. Berea man-to-man. Out high, Clements Owens. On a bounce to Dean, just outside the circle, cut to the baseline to Stimson. Stimson nothing, come to meet it pass to Clements Owens. Free throw line extended right, drives around Minter, dropped the ball, got it back, finds an open player inside who has to lean back, miss Jolly. Follow rebound put back by Devin Dean from Charleston, South Carolina. Played last year at Bob Jones University in Greenville, South Carolina, where he averaged 18, second on the team. Minter drives in and drew the foul. He got bailed out. He was twisted the wrong way. Berea tried to force it offense early, and they have gone 1 of 6 from the field and had 3 turnovers. When we return after the under 16 timeout, Minter at the line with his team down 5. You're watching Mountaineer basketball on the Berea College Sports Network.
When you work with Todd Builders, you work with local professionals. With a custom and residential building company, they can do custom projects like home design and customizations, or even fully customize new homes. They also have current homes and properties for sale all around Madison County. Nowadays, homes are going up all over the place. So trust the professionals at Todd Builders for your next project. Like Todd Builders, LLC on Facebook to learn more.
Staff. Piedmont raced out to a 5-0 lead, 7-2 now. Piedmont from the field 3 of 7, 1 of 3 on threes. As we told you, Berea 1 of 6, missed all 3 of their threes, and they've had 3 turnovers. Those were on their first 3 possessions. Both teams going 2-2-1, full court or 3-quarter court actually. And then this is one thing that Piedmont and their head coach, their veteran coach in year 10, Greg Neely, is known for, and that is the 2-1-2 zone where they'll drop that middle man. Playing the middle there is Andrew Stimson, and it has discombobulated Berea into a 4th turnover. Minter got away with a foul for a moment, and then he undercut a Lion and picked up the foul. Boy, Berea has really mishandled the basketball here early with 4 turnovers in just over 4 minutes and not been able to handle the zone and what it has brought. Austin Newton, the head coach, telling us before the game that Greg Neely really kind of began to craft that in the 1 year he was the head coach at Warren Wilson College, 2013. And they'll stay in it all day. Clements Owens to Jolly, leaves his feet, throws it to the corner to Noah Reardon, who's come in. Back to Jolly, and he drains a 3. And Piedmont, coming off a win last night down in Maryville, Tennessee, has taken a big 10-2 lead, and Jolly has 5 of their 10. Spreading out that 2-2-1. Watch the guy in the middle here and how far he drops on the baseline. Comes back up. Deep 3, fouled Minter. He'll go, and he is grabbing his right ankle. Minter tried to find shots early. That was his 4th shot attempted. It won't go officially in because he was fouled. Again, as we said, Minter comes in as many as 29 shots at a game. That was in the double overtime game, so 10 extra minutes against Belhaven. But he comes in averaging 18.5 shots a game. Miller, a very good foul shooter, like Cottle, the other top scorer. That's one thing that Berea does really well is shoot foul shots. Miller, second in the conference at 81.6 as he hits the first, behind 85.5 shooting Isaac Cottle. Cottle has now come into the game. Got to start today and really haven't called his name yet. Minner misses the third. Battle for the rebound. Who touched it last? And it was last touched by a Lion. So Berea a chance for a 4 or 5 point play here after Minner hit his first 2 foul shots, missed the last one for his first points of the game. When you're down 10-2, a possession like this can kind of turn things around. Jones has come in as well. Andrew Jones, freshman from Somerset, also into the game. Jalen Black out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, freshman. A 2-2-1 zone, fanning out. Minner gets a little screen, comes left off Jones. Over to Cottle, great three-point shooter, but can't hit this one. Cottle averaging 17.5. He shoots 39.8 from 3 to lead the conference. Pass down to the bait, block left, deflected out of bounds, and you're going to have to chase it to the back of the corner behind the bleachers to get it is Cottle. Cottle, busy young man, education major. Student teaches 8th grade math at one of the area middle schools as his work study. Inbound, shooter from deep 3, won't fall for Clements Owens, but an offensive rebound. Reardon, who came off the bench, finds the crack in the middle. Stimson, he had it taken away. Stolen by another new player in, Anthony Ham. Ham drives through the lane, through traffic, got it off to Minner, up to Jones. Jones, right side Cottle. Cottle, the senior, into the lane, down the lane, and scores, reversing with a right hand to the left side. Cottle now has 1,391 points in his career, and after being down 10-2, Berea has scored 4 in a row. We're underneath 14 minutes. Out of the quarter, Reardon, 3-0. Battle for the rebound. Did Cottle push off, or did he back in? I think they're going to say Cottle did. He backed in to Dean, who was behind him. Isaac Cottle, he's fouled out of 2 games, none this year. They both came last year. Cottle did not play in the 2021 season. Averaged 12.6 last year, 14.4 back in 2020, and 18.2 in 2019, and averaging 17.5 this year. This is Minner. They get a triple team. Flips it right side, Ham. Missed it. Defensive rebound, Jolly. Jolly, team leader in rebounds at 6.2. Quarter shot no good. They have brought in Luke Hartenberg, by the way, missed shot. 10-6 Piedmont, never behind. Minner, right of the foul lane. Ham, Black. Black pierces the zone, loops it over to Minner. Back off him, daring to shoot, he will. And he got fouled again. Hit on the elbow, that is twice. Once at the head of the key, got knocked down. This time just a little elbow tap, and so that's twice that Piedmont defensively has come out and fouled Minner. He went 2 of 3 last time. Minner has taken 5 shots. 2 of them won't go into the book because he's been fouled on the last 2 attempts. 13 and 2 ticks left first half. 10-6 Piedmont. Rare for Minner to go 2 for 4 from the line, but that's where he sits now with 2 more tosses to get back on target. Out of Butler High School in Louisville. Drains that one for his 3rd point. Minner's work-study program here at Berea. He is a dorm resident assistant. Got them both. Got the last 2, and so he has 4. And Berea has scored 6 in a row. After they were down 10-2, Berea's made 4 turnovers. They've gone 0 for 5 from 3, 2 for 9 from the field. But Minner's hit 4 of 6 from the line. Berea extends a zone here. Skip pass high left. Jolly. Jolly head of the key. Dean. Dean backs it away as Berea inches out to double teaming. Finds Jolly, crossover into the lane, too easy. Down the lane, and nobody shut it down, and Jolly to the goal. He has 7. 25 against Methodist, his highest of the year. That stops a 6-0 BC run. Black, corner, Cottle. Cottle stepped on the sidelines. We're going the other way on the 5th turnover on Berea in the first 7.5 minutes of the game. So Jolly was 7 of the 12 for Piedmont. Feed the hot hand. Corner, Reardon, couple of dribbles. Down low to Hartenberg. Now Jolly. Jolly dumps it to Dean, slips, maintained his balance. Back to Jolly, one-handed 13-footer down on the cup and rims out. Montgomery rebound for BC. 12-8 Piedmont, 8 minutes in. Deep three by Jerome Montgomery will not go. Berea now 0 for 6 from deep, 2 of 10 overall. At a foul, trying to go for the steal just past half court as we go to the under 12 on the foul there on the reach by Jalen Black. Piedmont 12, Berea 8. You're watching Mountaineer basketball on a Sunday afternoon.
When you work with Todd Builders, you work with local professionals. With a custom and residential building company, they can do custom projects like home design and customizations, or even fully customized new homes. They also have current homes and properties for sale all around Madison County. Nowadays, homes are going up all over the place. So trust the professionals at Todd Builders for your next project. Like Todd Builders, LLC on Facebook to learn more.
Eleven minutes, 52 seconds to go. Berea trailing Piedmont 12-8. Piedmont comes in 8-7, 2-1 in the conference. Collegiate Conference of the South at its first year. Berea enters 10-7, 2-2 in league play, but just 4-5 here at home. So far, Berea led by the 4 of Mineral from the foul line, 0 of 3 from the field. Berea 2 of 10 from the field and 5 turnovers, empty possessions of hurt. But Piedmont has not been able to take advantage. They're just 5 of 14, 2 of 7. They've out-rebounded Berea by 2. Piedmont has made 4 turnovers itself. Berea goes man-to-man out of the timeout. Backdoor cut, and there's the 5th turnover. So both teams turnover-prone early. With 10 turnovers combined, evenly split at the 11:43 mark. Berea entered this game with a turnover margin that was 18th best in the nation at plus 4.1 and plus 9 in turnover margin against conference opponents. Cottle off the left flat, and he drains the 3. That's what he's so good at. The heart and soul of this team out of Blackie, Kentucky, Knox County Central High School. And Berea, once down 8, has cut it to 12-11 as they have gone on a 9-2 run after they were behind 10-2. Piedmont trying to maintain the lead. Jolly, jump stop to the left block. Flipped it up and in. Jolly with 9 of Piedmont's 14. Jolly off to a 4 of 8 start from the field, plus 4 rebounds. So he's done a little bit of everything. 25 is high, as we said earlier, this season. Cottle, same place, same result. Better defense on him that time, but we are knotted at 14 as Cottle has hit a pair and has 8 early here. It's been a little bit of a shooting slump, but today he's come out on fire once he started touching the ball. Boggs, a normal starter in, and he hand-checked. So Tyler Boggs, wearing number 40, 3-year starter out of Whitesburg, Kentucky, played at Letcher County High School. Elementary education major, married this past summer into the game. Black will get a breather on the bench. Starter Marquez Mackey will come back in. They keep Jolly on the court. New player in Hunter Norman out of Calhoun, Georgia, to Georgia College. Played at Georgia College until this year. Montgomery shadowing Jolly. Over to Richter, who's returned. Richter one-hand bounce dangerously to Jolly. He loops it off to another new player in who missed the shot. That was Mueller. And Berea thought they had the basketball, but Mitter lost it out of bounds. tied at 14. So it was a 10-2 start for Piedmont. Since then, it's been a 12-2 run for Berea. 10:07 to go, first half. Piedmont winning last night. Berea did as well. Again, in this conference, you go back-to-back nights. Saturday night, Sunday afternoon late. Mueller, Jolly wanted to turn the corner, but in front of him, good defense there. That was down low. And a little bounce pass. It was too hot to handle. Stimson with the intended target. 6 turnover already by Piedmont. Berea's first chance to take a lead here. They were down early 5-0. Down as many as 8. Extend that 2-1-2 zone. Left corner for the lead. Mackey, you bet your bottom dollar. Marquez, Mackey after Cottle hit a pair of threes. 15-2 BC run to answer a 10-2 run. 17-14, 1 tie and 1 lead switch so far. Circling to the baseline, drawing a triple team, finding an open Hunter Norman who couldn't drop it in, and that ball touched out of bounds off the hands of the rebound attempt. And we'll go the other way at 9:11 of the first half. And Berea on a shooting roll here. They're now 5 of 13 after opening, 2 of 9 from the field. Stretch out that 2-1-2 near half court. Now Berea attacks. Cottle turns, finds Minner open. Catch, didn't take it, very patient. Skip pass from high right to high left. Montgomery off to the left on that 3. Kept alive by Boggs for a moment, but couldn't corral it before it crossed the end line. 8:46 to go, first half. Back in starter. And Devin Dean out of Charleston, South Carolina. Boggs leaves. Guy that started today for the second time in his first year in college, Bryce Riley back in. Montgomery, Riley, Minner, Cottle along with Mackey for Berea. Feed inside, they got a double team on the post, turning over it, partially blocked. Whistle though, says John Boylan Jr. A little bit of arm there on the hack down by Bryce Riley, his first. 17-14 Berea in a game of spurts. Piedmont came rolling out of the starting gate on a 10-2 start, forced 3 turnovers on Berea's first 3 possessions. Since then, Berea's made just 2 more turnovers, while Piedmont has made 6. First foul shot no good. 1 more for Luke Hartenberg out of Augusta, Georgia. Played last year at Toccoa Falls. Second one good to cut it to a 2-point Berea lead. 17-15. Berea, 8.5 to go. Skip pass to Mackey. Minner, corner. Cottle had to rise the ladder to get it. Shot clock to 16. Extending that zone. Riley. Skip pass back to Minner. Kind of trying to spread it out. Minner whips a pass left of the lane. Mackey back to Cottle. He knows 5 to shoot. He finds his shot after hitting 2. He's missed the last 2. Dean running in transition. 3-on-3 and a charge. Nope, block. Didn't get it set. Almost a walk on Dean, but Riley didn't get there in time. Draws his second foul. 6 fouls on Berea, 5 on Piedmont. 7:56 first half. Berea 17, Piedmont 15. As the Mountaineers and the Lions head to the huddle, we head to break.
When you work with Todd Builders, you work with local professionals. With a custom and residential building company, they can do custom projects like home design and customizations, or even fully customize new homes. They also have current homes and properties for sale all around Madison County. Nowadays, homes are going up all over the place. So trust the professionals at Todd Builders for your next project. Like Todd Builders, LLC on Facebook to learn more.
(17:15) Berea, 4 ticks under the 8-minute mark. Berea so far 5 of 14 from the field. So they sit at 35.7%, 3 of 10 on deep balls. Hit those 2 in a row by Cottle, 6 of 17. 1 more made, 3 more taken for 35.3%. About a 0.5% below Berea is Piedmont, and they're 2 of 7 from 3. Both teams have had trouble with ball handling at times early on. Berea with 5 turnovers, but since then they've made 2, and Piedmont's made a total of 6. Lob into Dean, into the body of Cottle. Over him with an underhanded scoop, no. And a rebound, Jones has returned to Austin Newton's lineup. Austin Newton, a former player at Eastern Kentucky, assistant over Travis Ford, his college coach at UMass for a couple of years, and then under Jeff Neubauer when he returned to EKU as an assistant. Minter back to Cottle. Had 1 dribble, so had to pick it up. Jones in the corner will try the 3. It rims out. And rebound pulled down by reserve Hunter Norman, the graduate student. And a chance to tie or go back ahead for Piedmont, who had an early 10-2 lead. Not the man at the foul line against Jones. The attack scored by Hartenberg. His first field goal, 3rd point. Our second tie. We were tied at 14 as well. 1 lead switch, 2 ties in this one so far. Montgomery to Mackey. Or I should say Minter to Mackey. Now to Montgomery, high right. Found Jones inside, but he turned a little late. Still got loose and put it in. For a moment, I thought he had turned and recognized too late, but he hung in there, head faked, and scored. 19-17 Mountaineers. Mountaineers 3 over 500, trying to get equal in their home games at 5-5. Driving right side, Norman. Hand off to the starter, Richter, and a blocking foul. Trying to close out on Jones. Jones played at Southwestern High School in Somerset. He's a facilities management person at the Mac building here on campus. Of course, Berea College, have to work your labor hours, but no tuition. First foul on Jones, 7th on Berea, 1-1 here for Richter. Will Richter out of Cumming, Georgia. Had a big game last night. Or I should say last year against Berea. On this court, he had 19 last year. 24, his best of the season against Mississippi University for women. But they have a men's team. I need to do more research about that. We're tied at 19, 3rd tie, as Richter got them both. Richter, by the way, getting his MBA, one of 3 players on this Piedmont team that is in grad school, searching for their master's in business administration. Mackey hopping his way through the lane, find Blacka's return. Order to Jones, who is a deep left pocket shooter, and he hit it there. So Berea, Austin Newton said before the game, against this zone, we've got to find our spots. We've got to hit threes today. And so far, so good for the home team. In a 3-tie, 1 lead switch game, they lead by 3 as Dean muscles his way in, and they say a push on Jones. Looked like the whistle was late. Maybe the right call, but it almost looked like after the muscle, Dean was going to walk with the basketball. Then the whistle came, and Jones unable to handle Dean's charge. Dean, a big guy. They don't give us weights on the Piedmont roster, but he's got some beef. And he puts this one in. Dean out of First Baptist High School down in Charleston, as we said, played at Bob Jones University last year. Bob Jones beat Berea in a tournament in Greenville earlier this season. Got them both, and it's 22-21 BC. 6:05 to go. Piedmont trying to go 3-1 in this conference. Belhaven leads at 4-1. LaGrange is 2-1. Berea 2-2. Everybody in it. Automatic qualifier will go to the tournament champion later this year. Everybody plays round robin, so this game will be returned in February. Minter twisting left lane, finding a tough one. First field goal, 6-point, for the leading scorer in the conference at 22.6 a game. 24-21, BC's had 3 3-point leads. Richter, foul line Dean. In front of him, or right in front of him, is Jones. Dean takes him in, Banks scores. Had the mismatch, went in there and took advantage of it. 6 by Dean, he averages 7.7. 15 against Huntington College, who Berea played last night, is high. 24-23 BC. Minter open, tried to whistle a pass and thread the needle, and they had 2 guys covering the man he tried to get it to. Turnover Minter. Now chance to retake the lead. Jolly driving, banking, missed it, got his own rebound. He will not miss this time. Second lead switch of the game to go along with 3 ties. Off the middle turnover, 25-24 Piedmont, and Jolly, the first player in this game on either side to double figures with 11. He's now 5 of 10 from the field. Got his own rebound for rebound 5. Beautiful move by Mitter. Mitter, no turnover that time. Tremendous move left of the lane and to the cup. And Mitter has 8. That's our third lead switch to go along with 3 noddings of the score. 4:20 to go. Clean played first half, 13 fouls total. Jolly, black on him, deflected in the passing lane by Mackey. Mackey running up, Euros through, scoops, missed it. Boy, that was down on the well, came out. They've got a triple team of Jolly, the rebounder, stolen Black. He got it off to Mackey, and he missed another chippy. Great defense by Black, and then coming back, he fouled Jolly. So Mackey, 2 great chances to give Berea a 3-point lead, and neither would go. 3:58 first half, tight one on this Sunday afternoon at the Seabury Center. BC by 2-1 over Piedmont University. We'll be back after this.
When you work with Todd Builders, you work with local professionals. With a custom and residential building company, they can do custom projects like home design and customizations, or even fully customize new homes. They also have current homes and properties for sale all around Madison County. Nowadays, homes are going up all over the place, so trust the professionals at Todd Builders for your next project. Like Todd Builders, LLC on Facebook to learn more.
Greg Stottlemyre back at the Seabury Center where it's 26-25 Berea. 9th foul on the Mountaineers. They've got 3 players with 2 fouls. Started Bryce Riley with 2. 2 off the bench by both Andrew Jones and Jalen Black on the other side. 2 fouls on Reardon. Noah Reardon, the 6'1 junior from Lake Mary, Florida, who came off the bench. Everybody else with 1. 3 other players. Jolly to tie and go ahead here. Here's his first to tie it. Got it. Jolly filling up the stat sheet today with 12. 5 of 10 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3. That's his first foul shot. Jolly working near a double-double in the first half. He has 7 rebounds as well. That's our 4th tie. Could it be our 4th lead switch? Yes, Jolly. Boy, he looks smooth. Out of Martinez, Georgia. Through Naval Prep Academy, played a year at Lander University back in the 2020 season. 27-26, Piedmont for a moment, and another miss inside. 2 short misses. Boy, Mackey has had 4 shots at the cup, and none of them have gone. Tough day for Mackey, who shoots 39% on the year. Had good looks at it. Sometimes that ball denied by the rim. Good deflection there on the wing by Cottle when they tried to pass it out on the wing. 27-26 Piedmont. Back and forth we've gone after both teams had early runs. 10-2 to open by Piedmont, 15-2 answer Berea. Since then, we've been changing leads. Until now, maybe. No, long left shot for starter Ori Clements Owens, who opened this game with a 3. He missed. 3 and White's got the ball. Black, Cottle. Over to Minner. The inch out on Minner in that 2-1-2. Again, starter Stimson plays the middle of it. He'll drop behind the foul line. Now skip it out high. Black finds a shooter. Montgomery, and he lost the ball driving down the lane. He had Cottle wide open in the right corner. Drove in, lost the handle for the 7th turnover on BC. The Mountaineers, who are one of the top teams, the top team in the CCS in turning over opponents, +9 inside league games, has turned over Piedmont one more time than they've made a turnover. But in points off turnovers, it's 8-5 Berea. Stimpens hit it. Stimson, his first shot. 26% three-point shooter. Biggest lead since early on a 5-0 run for Piedmont. They lead 30-26, 2.5 first half. Miller driving near the foul line. 3 guys coming out on him. Who's open? Cottle, catch, shoot, make him pay on the zone. Nope. Ball tipped away by Ham. It went right to the hands of Montgomery. As he put it up, he was fouled. Shot rolls off. He'll have 2. They say the foul of the guy that just hit the 3 in Stimson. Stimson averages 5.7. He's a 5th-year senior. And this is his 4th year as a starter out of North Atlanta High School down in the Atlanta area. First foul shot good. And one more coming for Montgomery, his first point. Business finance major out of Bardstown. Starting in his 43rd game of the 50 he's played in his 2 years at BC. 2:20 first half as Montgomery cuts it to a 2-point Lions lead. 30-28 Piedmont. Berea lost their first 2 conference games, 1 double overtime, won their last 2, including Covenant on the road. It will be back here on Wednesday. Got away with a walk there almost. Just got the pass off in time, did Clements Owens, and another turnover. 9th today by Piedmont. They are a team that is negative 2.5 in turnover margin, but Berea gives it right back. Got a lot of floor air Christmas gifts between these 2 teams earlier today. Berea, their 8th turnover, 9 turnovers by Piedmont now. 152 first half, 30-28 Piedmont. Lions have the basketball, working goal right in front of the BC bench. Back in, driving Mealer. Mealer, handoff to the leading scorer and leading rebounder in this game. Good spin, Jolly, but then he traveled. So here's Jolly's line, 5 of 10 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 2 of 2 from the foul line. 13 points, 7 rebounds, but that was his 3rd turnover of the day. And the 10th on Piedmont. Mackey to Ham. Ham tried to go baseline, shut down well by Stimson. Out to Cottle. Cottle gets it over Mackey. 3-ball, no. Mackey, tough day shooting. He's now 1 for 6. He had a 3 earlier to drive the first points onto the board. Shot right side at the baseline, Reardon, no. Cottle clears the rebound. Leading rebounder for the Mountaineers. Minute to play, first half. 30-28 Piedmont. Berea trying to tie or go ahead here. Cottle's got a good look at it. Missed it. Hit his first 2, but since then, Cottle has been 0 for 4. So he opened with his first 2, missed his last 4. That was a clean look. Use it or lose it timeout called by the young-looking but 10-year veteran as the head coach of Piedmont Lions in Greg Neely. Head coach at Warren Wilson for a year in 2013, went 19-10 there. Ohio Northern grad, played there for a year back in 2007, got his MBA at Piedmont in 2009. Ohio Northern, one of my favorite nicknames, the Polar Bears. That's where he graduated from. Now coaching the Lions, taking on the Mountaineers today here at Seabury Center. Berea women ran their record to 16-1 today with a hard-fought 77-65 win over the Piedmont women. Piedmont never gave up. They challenged Berea right down to the end. Berea's only loss on the women's side to Transylvania, one of the top Division III teams in the country. This one will come in to Jolly, who has 13 points in the first half. Jolly driving foul line. Montgomery stays. Backdoor cut. Mackey lost his man. And a layup good by Reardon, who cut. So Mackey waiting for the inbounds. Gets it from Montgomery and dropped it and stolen by Reardon. Then he drops the ball, but Dean picked it up, but a blocking foul before they say the shot, says John Boylan Jr. 32-28 in favor of Piedmont. And that is the 3rd foul on the freshman from Fort Lauderdale, Stranahan High School, Jalen Black. Austin Newton says that Black is a pest on defense. He's drawn 3 whistles today, and Dean hits the foul shot. It's one thing that Piedmont has done really well today. 8 of 9 from the foul line. Blackout, Cottle back in with 20 seconds to go first half. Biggest lead was early on at 10-2. Then Berea took several three-point leads. Second foul shot no good. Ball tipped through the lane by Ham, got it off to Montgomery. And Austin Newton gets his use it or lose it timeout with 14 seconds to go. One of his assistants gives him the dry erase board, and they'll go to work in the huddle. Aaron Ponder, Jamie Todd are the assistants for Austin Newton on this 30-second timeout. Ponder graduated from Berea, played here. Team captain his last 2 years. Is an assistant under Newton at nearby Madison Southern High School. Jamie Todd, the other assistant, graduated from Asbury where he played. He was an assistant last year. Newton replacing John Hemingway, who was here for 12 years, resigned in late August. So Austin Newton didn't have a lot of time to, the cupboard was certainly not bare here as far as players returning, but not a lot of time to get the job, put in his system, and adjust. He's done a great job. 33-28 after a 1-2 foul shooting effort at the line. And here comes Berea looking to slice a 5-point deficit. Alley-oop and the layup good. He had a reverse and twist to put it in. Head of the buzzer, Anthony Ham. And at halftime, it is Piedmont 33, Berea 30. As let's give you the halftime statistics here as the two teams head to the locker room. Berea, 10 of 28 for 35.7% shooting, just 4 of 16 from 3, 6 of 8 from the foul line. They've been out-rebounded by 5, 42.3% shooting from Piedmont, 3 of 9 from 3, 8 of 10 from the foul line. They have made 10 turnovers. Berea has made 9, and a points off turnovers despite a +1 turnover margin. Their negative one is Berea in points off those turnovers, 9-8. Piedmont 33, Berea 30. We'll be checked back in about 2 minutes before the start of the second half with more action here this Sunday afternoon in the Collegiate Conference of the South.
I'll be right back.
They got that alley-oop by screening the weak side wing that they got the guy from opposite wing up, that back screen.
But it's a little bit of a battle.
Yeah, they got to take care of the ball.
If you have time, could you get me and get yourself like a greasy cup or something like that? Or a Snickers?
I got you.
No, that might not.
What do you want?
Snickers, Reese cup, whatever they got, just chocolate.
You want anything to drink?
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Greg.
Yeah, I got water here. I'm good. almost done here. I was going to talk to you. Oh, just got to help down. I don't have time to do this at Easter because I'm always doing breaks and doing stuff. It's nice to have a time to get it all down and look at it.
Yeah.
How's Dale doing?
This team's doing better. I mean, there are 9 teams in that conference.
Yeah.
7 of them can win the conference tournament. Only 6 are going to get in.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a team that could win it. They won't get into the tournament. Last night, the number 9 team that was winless took the number 1 team to the last 2 seconds.
Oh, really insane. From top to bottom, there's no team out there you're like, oh, you know, we got them at home, we're okay. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't know, you know?
Yeah. So whoever wins the tournament,
No automatics?
I mean,
no at-larges?
not for us this year. Everybody in that conference, because they're beating each other up, is going to have 6 or 7 losses.
Yeah.
Sometimes, about every other year, 2 out of every 3 years, we get an at-large. But the problem is, we've got 64 spots in 46 conferences.
Yeah, like this conference against you.
Oh no. Maryville's going. Maryville's going. Yeah.
I don't think so, man. Let me see where it is.
I mean, if you look at their non-conference schedule, they played everybody competitive in that. So I think
LaGrange was pretty good when they were in here. LaGrange. They had some athletes, and then Bellhaven's 4-1. I mean, it's open. I think Maryville. You know a lot more about it, but just from what I've seen, they got beat by this team last night at home. LaGrange beat them at home. I mean, so the 2 teams that I've done, no, Covenant beat them.
Covenant's not good.
No, and
Covenant's not a good team.
Covenant's. No, they didn't beat him. It was LaGrange and Bellhaven that came in here and beat him. So, I mean, they've lost at home twice. I don't know. Berea's, he knows it. I mean, if they, in 2 years, if they step up to a Heartland's not great, but it's good and solid.
It's a good middle range. It's one of the better mid-range conferences.
Yeah.
Out of 46, it's going to be somewhere between 15 and 22 every year in terms of.
How's Merkel doing? Is he still up there like one of them? Number 1?
So 14-1. Basically, it bounces back and forth between Randolph-Macon and St. Joseph, Connecticut. Dale was in a classic with St. Joseph, Connecticut out in South Dakota to start the season. That was the one team they didn't play. He really wanted to play. They played Illinois Wesleyan and Wisconsin Oshkosh. Good, really good team. He said St. Joe's really good.
The Wisconsin scout guy is the leading scorer in the country. Brody Fox, averaging 26.1. Is there anybody on this? Is there anybody in the Berea team that would start for them?
Well, they had chocolate.
Mentor might have a chance.
Yeah.
Maybe. The thing with Dale, his front line is 6'6", 6'6", 6'6", and they're all long. His first guy off the bench is 6'10". Connell would play a lot.
Now, he's going to really miss Colin.
Connell would play a lot. I mean, Dale runs anywhere from 8 to 10 guys in a regular rotation. Right now he has a guy with a concussion, so really only played 9 yesterday. Played 8, got minutes, but he played a couple other kids for a couple of minutes. They played their arch rival yesterday and won on a layup with 8 seconds to go.
When are you going back out?
It kind of depends on. Actually, I might go out to a road game. It's closer. I might go out and watch them play Loris in the view. That was who they beat yesterday. There's no love lost between them. It's bad. I mean, seriously, it's real taking.
How's he getting along with White Marillac?
White's doing, and that is raising money for the program.
I mean, Dwight was young when he was here. I just didn't know, you know, and he's cut his teeth, Evansville, Illinois State. So, you know.
He's, it'll be interesting. He was at a bad spot this year. The football coach needs to go. We have all of our C3 football programs in America, except for Eureka. We beat Eureka 31-6, and in the next 3 weeks, we got up like 70 points each game. Well, they fired the defensive coordinator, who'd been there for 11 years. But it's tough for a brand new athletic director who comes in July to fire a coach who's been there 30 years. That's kind of tough. So I think he gave him a warning after this season about.
Isn't that for the president to do anyway, probably?
It's the athletic director making a recommendation. If things are really bad, what I'm thinking might happen is the president may have said something to Dwight saying, give him 1 more year. Do that. These small colleges operate a little differently.
Better in Nebraska.
Sorry?
That'll be good out there. I mean, Nebraska.
Iowa small college football is terrific. Yeah. Iowa small college sports are really, really good. Dale's team, well, here's a good stat. His team's completely different than the one that won national championship. This one is built on defense. Those long guys he uses are defensive players. That's the problem with when you ask about guys playing for Dale. His team averages 10.1 steals a game. I mean, and they run a 4-1 zone. Never seen.
Is Merkel going to stay? Is he happy there? Is he?
Yes.
He's not trying to climb a ladder.
Neither do
Yeah.
I mean, Dale had a couple of small D1 schools offering jobs. Presbyterian offered a job after that.
Makes me happy.
And he was offered the top assistant's job in Mexico State. Turned that down. For one thing, Lori said, I'm not living in the desert. We're not going to Las Cruces. It's the desert. I'm not going down. I don't care what the job is. I'm not going to Las Cruces. So,
Interesting. Well, I got to get back on. I don't know where these guys are. I don't know if I'm on or not. This is lay back operation. Do it for me. I mean, you know.
oh yeah, absolutely.
It's a card to have to play, though, right?
I'm sorry?
It's a great card to have to play.
Absolutely.
He probably doesn't like
Oh yeah, it's
what I mentioned.
plus.
All right.
That's an average weekly
You can bet every parent in Northeast Georgia
Yeah.
has got somebody at Piedmont doing it.
Yeah. Members probably appreciate it if we know a little bit about their
They
team.
do, yeah.
Because there aren't many to do. A lot of people grab the things, you know. All right, I gotta go. We're about a minute away from the starting second half here at Berea College and Piedmont in a battle. We have had 4 ties and 4 lead switches. Piedmont leads 33-30. They've been led by their leading scorer on the year in Jolly, 13 points, 8 rebounds. He has had 3 of their 10 turnovers. Also 3 turnovers is Clements Owens.
33-30 in favor of Piedmont over Berea College as we get ready for the second half. Jolly leads all scorers as Ryan Jolly has put in 13 points, 8 rebounds, does have 3 turnovers. Nobody else in double figures. Dean has 5 rebounds so far today, second on the team. 3 assists by Black, but 3 fouls to lead Berea in that category. Top scorers are their top scorers on the year in Mitter and Cottle at 8 apiece. But Cottle, after hitting his first 2 threes, has missed his last 4. Mitter 2 of 5 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3. and 4 of 6 from the foul line. It'll be a Berea basketball to the takeout as we begin the second half of play. Berea in the white uniforms, and in the green uniforms, the Lions of Piedmont. Mitter guarded by his number mate. No, that's instead Stimson, wearing 14, not 4. Now 14 in white Montgomery. Up top to Riley, who got his second start of the year. Riley drives around Dean, a little body bump, missed it, followed it, put it back in, cut the lead to 1. 4 lead switches, 4 ties in the game. Berea was down by a game-high 8 early, 10-2, then went on their own 15-1 run, built 3 or 4 three-point leads. Turnover, 11th of the day on a pass. It was Aaron. Nice feed, Mitter for the lead on the give to Riley. And so Riley makes it 34-33 Berea as they open off a turnover on our 5th lead switch. Dribbling in place, Jolly. Another bad pass. Steal Riley, and then he double dribbled. Saw an opening up court and pitter-pattered the dribble there, and he knew it, kind of shrugged his shoulder. Stripes and whistles today, working this game, John Boylan Jr., working along with Ramonde Dishman and Peter Ha. 34-33 Berea. They forced 12 turnovers today. They're +9 in turnover margin in 4 CCS games. In the Collegiate Conference of the South, 7 teams. New League, nearly another turnover. Dean reeled it in behind the back. Wanted to step it back against Riley. Found Stimson. His shot no good. Rebound pulled down Cottle to Mitter. Leading scorer on the year. Underhand Cottle right back to Mitter. Pitch and catch. 34-33 BC. Minute and a half in. Half 2. They creep out on Mitter. Loops it over to Riley. Back to Mitter. A 2-1-2 zone. Top. Mackey. Hit a 3 to open. Great feed by Mitter. Montgomery couldn't handle it. Just ahead of the shot clock. Out of the corner. Riley, no. Battle for the rebound. And underneath Montgomery, put it in. As Mackey was falling down, got it to Montgomery. 6-0 start for the Mountaineers. Out of the locker room. Greg Neely, 10th year at Piedmont, lets him play on. Veteran team here. Stop move into the lane. Hopped and scotched his way left to right, and Dean put it in. 36-35 BC now. Shot no good, and we come the other way. Turnover. 2.5 minutes in. Deep 3 for the lead. Count it from 25 off the right wing. First of the day for Richter, a team leading 30 on the year. 38-36. 6 lead switches, 4 ties. Mackey twirling in, finding a 12-footer to tie the game for the 5th time. Tied at 38. Mackey's second field goal to hit his first, then missed 5 in a row, gets this one. 38-38. That pass, they tried to get it low, deflected on an entry pass. Ritchie turnover. Mitter in transition. Mackey, Riley passed up a 3. Out on him, Richter. Skip past Mitter. Mitter drives it into the lane, gives it off to Montgomery. Twisting through 3 Lions, missing the shot. Rebound by Dean, underhand to Jolly. Jolly, left side open. Clements Owens missed it. Nobody in there to rebound but white jersey Mountaineers, and Cottle pulls it down. Leading rebounder in the year, leading rebounder in the CCS. Into Riley, twisting 8-footer for the Bardstown. Freshman good by Riley, and Berea's come out of the locker room the better team in half 2. A 10-5 run for BC. And they've been sloppy with the basketball, has Piedmont. They average 14 turnovers a ball game. -2.5 in turnover margin. Quarter 3 will not fall this time for Richter. Hit one off the wing earlier. Rebound Riley. 40-38 Berea. Trying to even their record of 5-5 at home. Go 11-7 overall, 3-2 in the conference. Got to get the W to do that. Mackey backs it away against the 2-1-2 zone to Mitter. Good look at a 3, and he drains it off the left wing. Mitter into double figures every game this year, all 18. And now a timeout called. 43-38, Berea by 5. They've won the second half by 8. It's their biggest lead of the day. Biggest lead early for Piedmont was 8. We've got 15:29 to go here on the Berea College Sports Network.
When you work with Todd Builders, you work with local professionals. With a custom and residential building company, they can do custom projects like home design and customizations, or even fully customize new homes. They also have current homes and properties for sale all around Madison County. Nowadays, homes are going up all over the place. So trust the professionals at Todd Builders for your next project. Like Todd Builders, LLC on Facebook to learn more.
(43-38) Berea. They were down 33-30 at halftime. At a 10-5 run, forcing the timeout, and let's see what the Lions of Piedmont can do to respond in a game of 6 lead switches and 5 ties so far. Berea goes zone. They try to shoot out of it. Left side wing shot no good. Clements Owens. Today he's just 1 of 5. Every one of his shots has been a 3-point attempt. Extend that 2-1-2 zone. Mitter attacks it right into the heart of it on a running 10-footer. Good by Mitter. Berea has made great changes here in the second half and found openings offensively, and they are on a 12-5 start. Can they keep it going? Up by 7. Biggest lead of the day was 8. Another deep three, third attempt of the half, but it's good by Richter. Hit one, missed one, hit another one. He has 8 on the day. Richter now with 31 threes. He averages 1.9 a game. Surrounded his average leading 3-point shooter as far as number made on the year and number per game. 45-41, the lead from 7 to 4. That 3-ball changes things, doesn't it? And there's a bad pass. Mitter lost it. Stolen by Ori Clements Owens, and he put it in for his second field goal. So Berea turns it back over, and that 7-point lead down to 2, and Mitter drives into trouble at a jump ball. Mitter drove right into the body of Jolly, who tied him up, and Berea found that prosperity up 7, and now a 3 the other way and turnovers. Twice there by Berea. It's a 2-point game, but a timeout called for Austin Newton, and we'll take it with him as we got a tight one on Sunday at Berea Center.
When you work with Todd Builders, you work with local professionals. With a custom and residential building company, they can do custom projects like home design and customizations, or even fully customize new homes. They also have current homes and properties for sale all around Madison County. Nowadays, homes are going up all over the place. So trust the professionals at Todd Builders for your next project. Like Todd Builders, LLC on Facebook to learn more.
Berea took a 7-point lead on that 12-5 beginning to the second half, but now 5 in a row have been scored, and Jolly driving in. He had a tipped away, got a bat, pitched it out to their shooter, Richter. It's 2 for 4 this half. That one grazed the rim and went out of bounds for a team rebound for the Mountaineers. They lead 45-43, 13:55 to go. Tyler Boggs out of Whitesburg, the 6'7" senior defender, out. Jones back in. Black, who had 3 assists but 3 fouls, and he wore 3 like he does in the second half with his jersey, back in. Here's Cottle. Ham got it from him. Minter's been taken to the bench. Riley been big in the second half, but he twisted that one and airballed it. Here comes Stimson. Jolly hopping and scotching his way to the left of the lane. Lost the ball for a little bit, but got it back, looking for help. A little dangerous pass, but Stimson got it. Top of the key, Clements Owens for the lead. No good. And a rebound run down by Jones. So now Berea plays with Ham, Jones, Riley, Black, and Cottle. Cottle started today. So did Riley. Black didn't. Ham didn't. Jones didn't. This is Cottle. He has 8, all in the first half. Black, 1 dribble, finds Jones, shooter out of the corner. Airballed that one, but it went off Stimson. Exactly 13 minutes on the clock. Tight one in the Collegiate Conference of the South here. Dean, a starter, back in. Reardon off the bench in. So Dean and Reardon and one more player. I think it's Luke Hartenberg who's come back in out of Augusta, Georgia. Deep 3, Cottle, yes. He knew it. Pumps his fist. The married senior. 48-43, Berea. Cottle to double figures every game this year. He has 11. Minter has 13. They've both been in double figures every game. Consistency. Hartenberg on the baseline. Tried to thread it through the needle. Tipped out by Jones. Cottle helped defensively. Intended target Norman. 12:38 in the game. Berea second half shooting much better. They were below 36% first half. 7 of 13 second half. Now they've updated the stats. 8 of 14, 57%. So really shooting the ball well. That speaks to adjustments by the coaching staff in the locker room. Execution. Left-hander Hartenberg into the lane. No good. Good block out by Riley. Bryce Riley is really playing well today. Riley 4 of 10 from the field. 8 points, 3 rebounds. Stretch out that 2-1-2. Makes or misses. They go to that 2-1-2. Minter attacks. Great bounce. Low Riley. Put it up, missed it. Got his own rebound for a moment, but couldn't collect it. And they run in transition, and the layup by Reardon, good. Berea almost had a bucket there. They get it up to 7 for the second time. Couldn't, and in transition, a rare transition bucket by Reardon for his 4th point. He leads them in conference scoring at 15.3. Jolly on the year at 14.7. Ham 3, drains it left wing. Slicing the Ham for 3, 51-45 BC. 11:35 to go. Hartenberg picks up the dribble. Over to Reardon, who drives. Got it over a leaping Jones. Reardon was 6. 10 double-figure games for Reardon this year. He's had 5 double-digit performances in a row. Got a ways to go today. He was at 2 at halftime. 51-47, Berea College. Piedmont University out of Georgia, the road visitor today. Minter drives in, drew the harm, missed the shot. He'll go to the line for 2 tosses, where he's at 81.6% shooter. 11:09 left in the game. BC foul shots. The Mountaineers lead the Lions 51-47.
When you work with Todd Builders, you work with local professionals. With a custom and residential building company, they can do custom projects like home design and customizations, or even fully customized new homes. They also have current homes and properties for sale all around Madison County. Nowadays, homes are going up all over the place, so trust the professionals at Todd Builders for your next project. Like Todd Builders, LLC on Facebook to learn more.
half one, or half two, I should say. 11:09. 51-47 Berea. 10-2 start to this ball game for Piedmont. Up by 8. That was their biggest lead. Berea responded with a 15-2 run. Berea was down 3 at halftime. Opened the second half with a 12-5 run. Built the lead to 7. Mitter back at the line. Mitter's had as many as 43 in a game. That was against Huntington College last year. 37 against Boyce. His high this year. The lowest point total. In a loss to LaGrange in conference play when he had 11. Got them both. They'll take Mitter out, bring Black in. Montgomery will come in for Jones. Mitter so steady from the foul line, 5 of 7. And Mitter sits at 15 points now. Back to the basket, back in Mealer. Got it over to a teammate who drilled the 3 at Hunter Norman. Came in 4 of 18 on the year. That's his 5th of the year. 53-50. Lead cut in half from 6 to 3. This thing's going to come down to who executes better in the stretch. Doesn't make turnovers. Fly at the shooter. Missed by Riley. Coming the other way with 10 and a half to go. A 3 would tie it. This is Norman who just hit one. And boy, he thought his teammate in Jolly, who has not scored this half after 13 in the first half, was going to be open. Jolly cut, and that's turnover number 14 of the day on Piedmont University. Don't see this very often, but they've gone second possession in a row, man-to-man. They are almost a predominantly 2-1-2 zone. But Black is guarded by Norman. Black underhand shovel, come to meet it. In Mackey, got the shooter in the corner, Cottle, but he missed it. Cottle wanted a foul, so did A.W. Hamilton. John Boylan didn't see it. And the layup the other way by Dean. So that's 2 transition buckets that have kept Piedmont close. When Berea's had a chance to find a little separation. Cottle tried to sell the knockdown there, didn't get it. This is Riley. Lob low to Cottle, turns open, got around Dean. They attack and block. There's the whistle, they say. Peter Haw with the whistle. Didn't hear it from up here, as I sit up top of this arena that seats 3,000. Jolly the foul. You go back and look at Jolly. He's 5 of 10 from the field. He's had 1 rebound this half. He has not taken a shot. Down below us, Austin Newton talking to the official who did not make the foul call as they have a discussion amicably, and the foul shot good by Cottle. We talked about Mitter being a good foul shooter, almost 82%. Cottle's even better at 85.5. That leads the CAA. It's 52nd in the country. Cottle looking for point 13. Got it. Cottle just needs 2 more threes to get to 200 three-pointers made in his college career. 55-52, Berea College. Riley gets a seat on the bench. Montgomery plays. Mackey, Mitter has returned. Jones and Cottle, and they're in a zone. 3-2 look here. Working right side corner. Jolly still hasn't gotten a shot off this half. Now up top to Norman, who hit a big 3 when they needed it. Got it back with those lime green shoes on. Jolly rises into a 24-footer, and he's going to be jolly about that. Hit it, 16. That's his second 3 of the day. 25 is season high, and we are tied at 55. We have now had 6 ties, 7 lead switches in this game. Mitter charge. That's twice Mitter's taken it in and hadn't been able to complete there. That's 2 turnovers on Mitter on drives. He didn't like the call. Second foul on Mitter. That's the first foul on Berea this half. Piedmont has only committed 2, so it's been a foul-free first 11 minutes of the second half. We're 55-50 hot 5. Ham did not get to the scoring table in time to get in, as the inbounds pass came before he arrived at the scoring table. They drive around Montgomery, a little shove off by Norman. Montgomery glues him down. Now to Dean. Oh, they back cut there by Reardon. Dean powers his way into Jones and laid it in for the lead. 5 in a row by Piedmont. They have attacked Jones one-on-one today with Dean several times. He has 11. That's 3 or 4 times they've done that. Good screen by Jones. Mitter feeds it corner. Mackey drive to the paint. Well, the unpainted lane, and Mackey scoops it from the right to the left with the left-handed in. 7 for Mackey, coming off his season-high 19 yesterday in a win over Huntington. And we're tied at 57. 7 lead switches, 8 not-ups of the scoreboard. Out of the corner with a hand in his face, no good by Reardon. Kind of forced that one a little bit, but he was in rhythm, couldn't get it to go. Well, he was shooting in conference play 69% from 3. Limited number, 9 of 13. But Reardon could not get that one to fall. We're tied at 57. Cottle turned to the lane, and his shot partially blocked by Stimson. Running in transition to Norman. Missed this one. Offensive rebound, Reardon, and then he got undercut. Great hustle there. And we've got a player in Cottle down, slow to get up, but it looks to be okay. 7 minutes, 32 seconds to go, and nothing decided yet on the Sunday afternoon conference tilt between Piedmont and Berea. 57 all.
When you work with Todd Builders, you work with local professionals. With the custom and residential building company, they can do custom projects like home design and customizations, or even fully customize new homes. They also have current homes and properties for sale all around Madison County. Nowadays, homes are going up all over the place. So trust the professionals at Todd Builders for your next project. Like Todd Builders, LLC on Facebook to learn more.
Seven minutes, 32 seconds to go. We have had 8 late switches, 7 ties. Berea's largest lead was 7 at 45-38 with 15:02 to go. It was actually 15:02 to go likewise in the first half. Same time when Piedmont had their 10-2 lead to begin. Jolly's drive knocked out of bounds. Jolly is now 1 for 2 this half. Team leading 16 points. And the leading scorer in the game. He's 1 rebound away from a double-double. Here's Jolly. Now Norman. Norman works left. Top to Reardon. Corner right, Dean. Dean's the driver to the lane. Turns on a dime over Boggs. No good. Rebound batted around, and Dean goes to get it. Put it up, no good. Fight for the ball. They tipped it away from Riley, and then they called a foul on Berea on the putback. Little can of 1-2 there by the guys in green. The Lions roaring for rebounds there. They were thumped in the first half of the rebounding by 5. But all of a sudden, Piedmont is now up by 4 rebounds. So they've out-rebounded Berea by almost double figures this half. First foul shot missed by Dean. We stay at 57 all, 7:06 to go. 7 double-figure games for Dean. This is his 8th that he missed. He's had 7 double-figure games in a row. Missed them both. Empty possession there despite their great rebounding. So Berea out-rebounded by 9 this half, but they're shooting 50%. Piedmont shooting 47-6. Mid around to the corner with an open look at it, left it way short. Rebound pulled down by his number made in green Reardon, but they threw it away, and Mitter is fouled on the putback, missed it. Well, both teams a little shaky, especially Piedmont in ball handling today. Their 15th turnover. Berea's forced those 15. They've made 13. Berea comes in as one of the best teams in the country in turnover margin. Number 18 in the country. Number one in the conference at plus 4.1, plus 9 in conference play. Miller gives BC a lead of 58-57. Miller so good from the foul line. Had 2 3-point shots where he missed but was fouled. Hit his first 2, missed 1 his first time. Missed the first, hit his last 2 the next time. And since then, Miller has been spot on. So Miller gets them both. And he's now 9 of 11 from the foul line. 59-57 BC for the lead. 3 ball off the right wing by Reardon. Reardon has 9. 60-59. Piedmont on her 8th lead switch to equal the number of ties. And Austin Newton will call a timeout, a 30-second timeout with his team down 1 at 6:22. Update the Miller numbers on foul shooting, 8 of 10. He has hit his last 6 in a row. He has 17 points to lead Berea. Cottle is at 13, second on the team. Nobody else in double figures. He has been a good ball game today by Riley with 8. Jones has come off the bench for 5. Ham has come off the bench. He scored 5. Mackey, who started today, 7. Montgomery has 4. Top rebounder. It's been share the wealth. Not a lot of wealth there, but just share the numbers. 4 rebounds, Montgomery, Riley, and Jones. Nobody with more than 4 rebounds on the other side. Jolly, a team-leading 16 points. 13 by Dean. 7 rebounds, Dean, 9 Jolly. And a 4-rebound advantage on the day. They're back in that 2-1-2 zone. We'll see how Berea attacks it. Almost a throwaway by Black, but Miller saved it. Now Riley got a good look at it. 3 ball. Yes. Nice share of the basketball. Patience. Find the shot you want. Make them work. Riley has 11 in the game. His 4th double-figure game. 15 against Campbellsville. Harrodsburg is the high of the year. 62-60. Berea on our 9th. Switch of the lead. This is Norman. Played a lot in the second half. Averages 14 minutes a game. Shot missed. Dean rebound. Dean whistles the pass back to Jolly. Now they get it into the corner to Norman. Norman's ball, the pass deflected away by Cottle. Cottle does those little things that you expect from a senior leader, and Cottle did it there. Berea by 2 against a Piedmont team that was at Maryville last night and won. Cottle rolls off the drive to the goal, goes sprawling and scores. Cottle has 15. Well, between them, they've done it all year. Between them, they average over 40 points a game, 22.6 Miller, 17.5 Cottle. Today, they have 32 of BC's 64. And Berea scored 5 in a row to lead by 4. Their biggest lead, 7 early on. Piedmont led by 8. Jolly into the lane to the cutter who nobody followed. And Stimpson put it in for 5. Nice find by Jolly. Jolly has had 4 turnovers, but he's had 4 assists today as well. 2-point Berea lead with the ball. 4:35 to go. This thing's getting down to the nubbins now. Black, Miller, corner right. Miller spins to the inline, finds a 15-footer. Peach basket. 19 for Miller. He's been over 30 times in his career. This is game number 50 for him. And on the other side, Dean scores. And at 4:12, good transition. They've had about 3 transition buckets. That off of Berea make. Berea's players discuss it as they head to their first-year head coach in the huddle with 4:12 to go, and we have a timeout. Tight one, Berea ball. Mountaineers lead the Lions 66-64.
When you work with Todd Builders, you work with local professionals. With the custom and residential building company, they can do custom projects like home design and customizations, or even fully customized new homes. They also have current homes and properties for sale all around Madison County. Nowadays, homes are going up all over the place. So trust the professionals at Todd Builders for your next project. Like Todd Builders, LLC on Facebook to learn more.
two teams have shot better in the second half. If you're an offensive guy, say great offense. If you're a defensive guy, you may not be as happy about it. Berea, 13 of 24 from the field, 54.2%, raises their overall average at 44.2 after shooting below 36 first half. Same story for Piedmont University. They were 42-3 first half, 52% this half, 13 of 25. Same number of makes, one more shot. Berea 4 of 10 from 3 this half, 5 of 13 for Piedmont. They're shooting 47 for the game, 3 percentage points better than Berea. Berea's a team that will shoot below 40% on days, and Miller had a look at it from 14 with his team up 2. We hit the 4-minute mark. Down 2, here come the Lions. Now into the hands of Jolly. Been a quiet scoring second half. With 16, he had 13 at halftime. Still stuck at 9 rebounds, and they try to do that backdoor cut again. And another turnover, trying to get it to Jolly. The sportsmanship there of Cottle to make sure Jolly is okay. And another turnover. They're 17th. They forced 4 more, has Berea, than they made. But yet in points off turnovers, BC just a 1-point advantage. Left shoe came off for Jolly, so he'll have to go to the shoe store and put it back on. Sitting in the end zone, they'll give him time to relace. 66-64 Berea. In a game that has again had neither team at better than an 8-point lead. That was early on Piedmont. Berea had a 7-point lead early in the second half at 45-38. We've had 11 lead switches and 7 ties. They go full court pressure. Berea's got 5 to get it across. Cottle to Black, now 3. He's got to hurry. 2, and they stripped it from him. Turnover, Black. Layup to tie it, and a turnover, 66-66. Steal and go by Reardon. Double figure, 6 games in a row. Here comes Mitter the other way, and he gets fouled in a highlight play. Fouled. I didn't think there was any way that shot was going to go in. Somehow it did. He floated, he fired, he scored, and Berea in transition off their turnover and the make by the Lions back up 68-62. So Mitter, his 31st game above 20 points. Again, he's had a 37-point game this year, 43-point performance last year, crowd quiets, as Mitter has hit 7 foul shots in a row and sits at 22 points. Mitter will get a breather. His team back up by 3, 69-66. Been tied all the way in half 2. Clements Owens has come back, and he started. 4-year starter for them. He's got it. Where's 2? Ham in. They beat the pressure. Then Dean at the cup. Couldn't get it completed. But in transition, Berea throws it away. Riley to Ham. Got the stop, got the break, and shot clock was not reset. So still running here, so they're going to stop and get that corrected. Good catch by official John Boylan Jr., the veteran. And they got it reset to 25 right now. 2:53 to go, 69-66 Piedmont, trailing Berea. On the Mitter, drive to near the rim, flipped it up. They're going to reset the clock as well to 3:03. So the 3 officials discuss clock management here. Who manages the clock? Who manages time and situation here down the stretch? Berea's committed 15 turnovers. Piedmont 17. Berea entered this game fewer turnovers than their opponents 12 times this year, equal 3 and more just 2 times. Had as low as 8 turnovers in a game. They only make 11.5, but they had 15 last night. It's kind of been a turnover-filled weekend. Jolly driving, nobody stopped him to the goal. Poor defense right there, and you got to give Jolly a lot of credit. He saw that avenue and a travel in backcourt on Berea. We talk exactly about this as you head down the stretch. Which team executes, which team makes mistakes? Austin Newton had taken his top 2 scorers out to give him a breather. Black out, Riley out. 2 leading scorers back in, and Cottle and Mitter for the stretch run. Berea goes on D, 69-68. They've just made their 16th turnover. Into Jolly, who drove to the cup, Got into the lane from 10 for the lead, and it rimmed out. But Dean, the rebound, he's fouled on the putback from Cottle. It wouldn't go. Dean, 15 points, 9 rebounds, 6 of 9 from the field, 3 of 6 from the foul line. Third foul of the game. There's Dean, got it. We're tied at 69 again. 9th tie. We've had 11 lead switches. 69, 2:37 to go. Ham leaves. Montgomery, Jones, Cottle, Mackey, and Mitter, all the starters out there. Second one rolls off. Well, actually, Riley started today, so we're all tied at 69 as Dean has gone 4 of 8 from the field. Looping pass to Cottle, 2:20 to go. Mitter, good look over to Mackey. Passes up the shot to Mitter. Cottle wide open. Does Mitter see him? No, he sees somebody else underneath, and Montgomery's shot was right at the cup, and it was blocked by somebody partially. Coming the other way. Chance to go back out on top, Clements Owens. 2 minutes to play in Berea at Seabury Gym. Tight we are. Simpton up top through a teammate to Jolly. See how they play Jolly. Dean rolls off. Cottle stays with him, 7 to shoot. Jolly into a 3, no good, and it comes up and hits the shot clock. Berea basketball. 104 ticks of the clock left. 1:44 left. 69-69. Down the stretch we come at Seabury Center, and absolutely nothing settled here. Near pass off target, but Montgomery reeled it in. Berea's got 20 on the shot clock. Tied at 69. We hit a minute 30. Sunday afternoon, tight game. That zone stretching out. Montgomery down to 8 to shoot. Cottle, 3, no. Didn't get the best shot they wanted, but Cottle had a good look at it. Here comes Jolly, scooping it to Dean, and an offensive foul. And a disagreement exploding from the Piedmont University bench there. Head coach Greg Neely, 10th year, did not like that call. Dean had a load of steam going baseline. Don't know what he did, but they called a foul on him. So Berea gets the whistle there with a minute 12 to go. Force the turnover on Dean. That is their 18th. Berea's made 16. Here comes Mackey. Mackey to the head of the key. Minute 4 to play. Clock hits a minute, tied at 69. Mitter over to Mackey. Passed up the 3 to Riley. Riley skips it over to Cottle. Good look at a 3, no good. He's missed 2 threes here down the stretch. Berea wanted to foul that time, coming the other way. Jolly, 20 on the shot clock, 40 to play. Looks over to his coach, Greg Neely, gets the call. High post bounce to Dean. Riley stays in front of him. Now Dean, you know he wants to go head of steam. Instead, top of the key around left to Clement Owens. Shot clock to 4. He puts up a 3. Missed it. Berea, 22 seconds to go. The ball tied at 69. Are we going OT? Where's somebody going to win it here? Austin Newton lets him play on. Mitter in the center circle. 9 to play. 8 to play. Head of the key. 17-footer. Mitter, ice water. 4 seconds to go. They put up a 3 on the board. I think it was a 2-pointer. Mitter has made it a 2-point game. And now they've corrected it on the board. From 16, Mitter. And now you've got to play defense if you're Berea. What does the Lion offense have here? Did they slap him and foul him as well? No. 71-69, Berea on the Mitter shot. Mitter's had a big day, especially in the second half. He's had 16 this half, 24 in the ball game. And clutch, you could see he wanted to take that last shot, and he hit it. Here's the deal, though. And I know Austin Newton knows this. He's a veteran coach. They've only fouled 4 times. You can give up 2 more fouls and just milk the clock. Just got to be smart about it. And you wonder because of that, let's see where the ball's going to be brought in. Don't give them a chance to advance that. Waiting to see where the officials are going to put the inbound. Mitter, 16-footer to make it 71-69. In a game of 9 ties and 11 lead switches. Looks like the ball is going to be brought inbounds on the baseline. So we'll see how Berea plays it. Fouls to give. It'll be Stimson to trigger. 2 players at half court. Do they throw long here? And a timeout to Berea. We'll stay right here. Berea in the second half shooting 50%. The biggest one, the 15th shot of the half by Miller from 16 feet straight away with the clock running down. And it's 71-69 Berea. Their biggest lead, 7. Biggest lead Piedmont early at 10-2 of 8. Piedmont shooting 48-4 for the half. 45-6 for the game. Berea at 43%. We talk about Berea. They are 4-3 when they shoot below 40%. They don't come in a great shooting team overall at 43-5, but they're playing a team that is the number 1 defensive team as far as field goal defense by the opponent, below 40% at 39-6. Number 37 in the country, number 1 in the CCS. So again, let's reset everything. Possession arrow belongs to Berea. Only 4 fouls on BC, 5 on Piedmont. 4 seconds to go. They've got to go the full 89 feet from the baseline to where the goal sits. 6 feet up off the baseline the other way. Berea sends out Black along with Ham, Cottle, Montgomery, and Riley. The trigger man will be Stimson. Fouls to give. 2 players at the top of the Berea key, 2 at half court. Do they throw long because of the foul situation? Into Jolly, they don't foul him. Now they do. Got to be careful there because Ham reached out and grabbed him. 1 1/3 second went off the clock, so it's down to 2.7. Now your question is, do you throw low for the 2-pointer, trying to get the and one, or do you hail a 3 up there? And now Greg Neely will call a timeout. Coaching wheels turning. In the green pullover, Neely takes his Lions into the huddle to our left. Berea in the white uniforms, and his blue pullover, Austin Newton, who graduated from Eastern Kentucky, a walk-on there under Travis Ford, went to the NCAA tournament in 2005. On a Neubauer staff that went to the NCAA tournament. Jeff Neubauer's staff at Eastern Kentucky as an assistant in 2014 and a narrow loss to Kansas as an assistant coach. Then left EKU after the coaching change, got a head coaching job at Madison Southern here in the county of EKU and Berea College. And now the trigger again by Stimson, 2.7 to go, 71-69. Dean at the top of the key, Ham to guard Stimson. At the foul line, or at the head of the key, looking to throw long, got it in to Clemens Owens, and he traveled to the basketball with 1.4 to go as Cottle closed in, and that'll about do it if you can get it inbounds. Turnover number 19 of the day, and it was the most costly of all of them. Now all Berea's got to do is get this thing inbounds, throw it in forecourt. 1.4 to go. Cottle does. Ham's got it, and Berea College has won it to go above 500 in the Collegiate Conference of the South, knocking off the Piedmont Lions here today, 71-69, the game winner with 4 seconds to go, straight away from 16 feet from the leading scorer in the game, and Trey Minner. He ended with 24. 7 of 12 from the field, 9 of 11 from the foul line. Isaac Cottle, 5 of 13 from the field, 3 of 10 from 3. He ended with 15. 11 points for Riley. Jolly had 18, but just 5 the second half. Did get to a double-double. He had 1 rebound in the second half, 10 for the game. 16 points for Dean on 6 of 9 shooting. Berea moves to 11-7 on the year, 3-2 in the league, 8-8 on the year, 2-2 in the conference now for Piedmont. We hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, that'll be Wednesday, the next Berea game. We'll talk to you again then. Berea 71-69 over Piedmont.
That's what I was trying to tell you. They had fouls to give. Piedmont had the same situation. They only had 5 fouls, and they didn't give it. It cost them.
Yeah. You knew middle was going to tank them. Hey! Good game.
Wasn't a well-played game, but it was a good game.
There aren't many well-played games. Okay?
I'm sorry?
There aren't many well-played games. Meanwhile,
Evenly matched.
meanwhile, EKU,
Yeah.
the last, do you have ESPN Plus?
Sorry.
Do you have ESPN Plus?
No, I don't. So I don't
I
get
don't
to
either.
watch.
I don't either, but
I just listen.
it's better that way anyway. I like listening.
It's against his principles. Because we work for ESPN, but he has to pay for ESPN Plus at home. So he won't shell out that $6.99 a month.
More expensive now.
What is it?
Ken says it's the best deal going.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
Oh,
I
you
do. But the reason I'm saying is Eastern, I don't think they could play much better last 3 games. I mean, they beat Liberty, who's on 60th in the net. Liberty, Florida Gulf Coast, and